Hey guys, it's Holly. I'm back with another little car video, and it's almost dark outside, as you can see. So yeah, you can't see me super well, but anyways, so today I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about resisting conformity and just being who you are and not being ashamed of it, and not fearing your true self and what you really prefer out of life and what you really want out of life, and not letting other people and society really kind of like dictate where you're at and where you're going in your life and just how you live your life in general. So, and I'll start by saying, I'm not suggesting that anybody go out and do anything illegal or anybody go out and do anything dangerous, things like drugs, things like that are just not healthy, things that are destructive behaviors. So ultimately what I'm trying to say is, the main point I want to get at is that most people, well, for the most part, most people kind of like tend to envy this 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 lifestyle. Well, I guess I could say it used to be 9 to 5, but now it's more of an 8 to 5 or a 7 to 5, because what used to be a normal work week is now like not, like what we have now is a longer work week than what we used to have in the past. And so as our society kind of comes forward and progresses, it's almost like we're working more, like we're just working more and more and more. And honestly, that's really not a good thing. So for me, for example, I have never fit the mold of normal society. I've just never fit the mold. And I want to make this short because I don't have a ton of time. But not fitting the mold is actually a good thing, because we need more people like that in the world. So you do not have to live an 8 to 5 lifestyle. You don't have to be up every morning at 5 or 6 a.m. And trying to get your workout in, before the sun comes up. You don't have to be in bed every night, by 9 or 10 p.m. just to be considered normal. You don't have to eat your lunch at 11 or 12 every day just to be considered normal and do what everybody else is doing. And that's another thing I see with people, is like meal times even. It's like people will think that you're weird if you're not eating your meal at the standard societal time. So like if you're eating dinner, say at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, well, a lot of people are just like, well, oh my gosh, that's so weird. Why are you eating dinner at 8:30 or 9 p.m.? So it's just kind of little things like that. If you're eating lunch at 2 or 3 p.m., somebody might say, oh, shouldn't you have had lunch 2 or 3 hours ago? And so I've experienced this a lot in my life, and it's just like, honestly, quite frankly, it's so annoying. I'm going to eat my food when I want to eat my food, when I have time to, and when I get a chance to eat my food. That's when I'm going to eat, and when I'm hungry. And so I find it very frustrating, and it's the smallest things that people are just so subconsciously programmed. Like meals, for example. It's a very small thing, but it's a big thing. How they map out their days. And a lot of people, it's like they will work 5 or 6 days a week, and then it's like they've got 1 or 2 days off, and that's it. And it doesn't leave them enough time to really focus inward and focus not only on themselves but their families too. Because it's like, if you're working and you're getting home and you're trying to fit this mold of societal norm, okay, say you're working from 8 to 5, okay, then you're going and say you're picking up your kid from daycare, okay, or say you don't have kids, you're running to the store, you're running a couple errands after work, you're getting home at, say anywhere from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Okay, well, if you've got to be in bed by 10 p.m. and you've got to get home, take care of your kids, make dinner, do your household chores, like how the heck are you realistically going to do that and thrive in life and be truly happy and thriving? And I'm not saying that people can't do it. I think if somebody legitimately wants that for their life, I think that's okay, because to each his own. If you really, really want to live that way, that's totally okay. But I think most of us don't really want to live that way. I think most of us really want to truly rise above that. And I feel like that you know really well, someone that's a family member, a really close friend, or just trying a more flexible career, because a lot of careers are just not flexible at all. So, and that's one thing I've just learned in my life, is just that you don't have to fit a mold. Yes, there are going to be people that think you're weird. Yes, there are going to be people that criticize you and judge you for doing things the way you want to do them. And, another thing is I homeschool my kids. And, well, my youngest one isn't in school yet because he's 2. But I like to homeschool. I like to kind of just like march to the beat of my own drum and do what's best for my family. And sometimes, what's best for you and your family is not the societal norm. And so it goes so far beyond just schedules and things of that nature and just how people map out their days. It goes so far beyond that. It goes, in terms of the way that people act. One thing about me is I tend to be a whole lot friendlier to people in public than I notice other people being. I'm a whole lot friendlier. I'm a whole lot more compassionate. I help people out. I'm just extremely polite. You just don't see that a whole lot. And it's really sad, but you just don't see it a whole lot. Even down here in the South, even down here in Texas. So just be proud of who you are. Don't feel bad if you sleep till 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and don't feel bad if you're up, if you don't go to bed till, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Just don't feel bad about it, because everybody is different and you have to do what works best for you. And, everybody is so different. And if people weren't tied down to their 8 to 5 lifestyles, if they weren't tied down like that, you would see this more. The veil would be removed and you would see how everybody is so different. And conformity can be a good thing sometimes, but the conformity that I'm referring to is, in my opinion, it's just not a good thing. So just be happy with you and don't worry what other people think if you're different. So that's all I have to say for now.